Fucking idiot.
Hello. This is the first time. This is the first thing you can hear. Fucking idiot. Welcome everyone to round 2. We are back in Buddha for round 2.
Yay.
Of the TOP AI Championship round 2.
Welcome to the second round of the TOP AI Championship round 2 in Buddha for the second race meeting of this 2-round race round 2 championship. Season 3 AI round 2. Let's go.
Nailed
I
it.
need a number 2. I also want to clarify that the name of the track is the Buddh International Circuit, not Buddha.
Hey.
Right, okay, well we've already
I can put this on.
Yeah, there we go.
Buddh International
Buddh.
Circuit. And
See,
I
no
don't
way
know
on
India.
It's the Buddh International Circuit round 2 of the 16
Your
round
commentator for
championship.
today will be the Chillin' Voice channel.
The Chillin' Voice channel. Podcast director Seisman Furlit with a long track left tonight.
Yep.
It's good to know that it is long.
Yep.
Damn right it is.
And we are gonna go into.
And this is round 2 of 16.
We're gonna go
In case you
into
missed it,
qualifying now.
round 1 happened before this one. Therefore,
Round 3 will happen after this one.
process of elimination tonight is the second round of the championship. Round 2, if you may. We have qualifying 1. Before after qualifying 1, we will have qualifying 2, which will be the 5th qualifying of the season, with the first 3 being used on the first round of the championship last time out. We'll be using qualifying 1 and 2 for round 2 tonight, which will be round 4, 5 and 6 for qualifying. For next round will be round 3 with qualifying 7, 8 and 9, preceded by 11, 12 and 13, but we'll worry about that once we've completed qualifying 6 for round 2 tonight.
Right, we're gonna fast forward to like
Yeah,
5
just
minutes.
out of interest, how many qualifying sessions will there be over the entire season?
Well, you see, each season, each
16.
race, there are 16
48
rounds in the entire season, and yeah, with each round having 3 qualifyings, there will be 48 qualifying sessions throughout the season.
How did you do that,
That is
maths?
very useful to know.
That's crazy.
I got my calculator out to confirm.
I
the
can't
numbers
wait. I
yesterday.
think qualifying session 31 is going to be an absolute banger.
31 will be good, but we always know if that's good,
Yeah, but 27.
40.
That's gonna be good.
will be the best. 40 has never failed to.
My top 3, I think, will be 27. No, 42, then 27, and then 8.
Well, we look forward to seeing that.
Well, now you're just being silly. But anyway, as we start the session, Darius Mayer, the reigning champion, P2.
I am 3.4 seconds off.
Well, what can I say apart from?
Well, that sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah, it really is.
It is.
I'm so glad we're watching the safety car for this qualifying
We're
We're
session.
fast
so
forwarding.
glad.
We're fast
For this.
forwarding this.
First qualifying session of round 2.
Right. 5 minutes is done. We're gonna focus now on the people in the bottom of this.
Are we really? Or are we just gonna watch the safety car?
Nah. We're gonna focus on Will Panisi, who's on his lap.
Kill Pompini. The GOAT.
By the way,
That's
we didn't mention this in the first round. The quality is private.
Yes, we did.
Did
Because we all pointed
Yeah,
out how
blue flags.
Kamea was getting blue flags in the private qualifier.
Even though it wasn't actually blue flags because they were waving every flag possible because it was the end of the session.
And might I remind you that was actually in qualifying 2 of the season.
It was,
Jack Kamea,
yeah.
the reigning
It
champion for Mission Drive Racing.
Academy.
And qualifying 2. Yeah, Mission Drive Racing Academy, of course. Yeah, apologies on that one.
Well, Panisi on a good lap.
Bill Bompini.
Bill
Went into
Bompini.
Sector 3 now. On a good lap. Just finished Sector 2. There are 3 sectors on each track.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Shimon,
Being the one that concludes the circuit.
the
Typically,
stream
2/3
is
around the
fine.
circuit.
Let's go.
Stream does be
My
does be fine. But Bill Pompini goes into P2.
Two.
P2. Yes, P2.
Is
I'm
the
watching
stream
on
on
screen,
Discord?
bit delayed.
Come on, clont.
No, I'm just watching it on YouTube
Clont.
right now.
The Discord stream is fine as well.
Discord stream do be looking pretty fine though. Morris Crop P8 entering, just about to conclude Sector 2. Into Sector 3 we are about to come with the young German.
Don't come.
Nova Sim Racing Car, allow it. Nova Sim Racing Car. Through the left, up the right. Kink over the crest. Right hander coming up. Down. The young German boy. The braking for the
Stop.
final one. Concludes in Sector 3. The apex beautifully, very nice done. Some
And Jack is fading out at the end of this lap. Morris Cup will take P7.
I think he's falling asleep.
Yeah.
Tom Stevens.
I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to get another lap in.
Tom
You
Stevens
heard it here
will be
first. Gaugi
No, you can. That's just offensive. That is.
in P21 ahead of Menno Clont. Deep Choda in P23. Sandeep Singh in P23 and a half. Watching Shanika Clay,
Oh, and you're on track.
the great British driver. P17 coming in to Sector 3 now, a second down. What can I
He
say?
is neither great nor British, but hang on.
With a name like Shanika, you are just doomed to fail in the TOP AI Championship.
But not in TOP Court. After
That is
proving
a
that he
bit serious.
is.
We do not mention that.
What? Shut up. This is TOP.
That was also televised though, the TOP Co-op Championship.
by
It was not televised.
many
It was not on the
people.
television.
And
Well, it
goes
could be if you
17th.
wanted to.
He's barely
Anyway,
out of.
here we are. Oh no, we'll ignore this. Anyway, in P1 we have Darius Andre.
No bias shown by the commentators here. Again, your commentator is just chilling voice channel. There is no individuals here.
So looking pretty fine by Darius Andre, winner of the first round and ever race in the TOP AI Championship,
Wasn't his first race,
and
but
it's
right.
gonna be.
Come
This
on,
is first
clont.
race.
What are you fucking
Um,
idiot?
What are you fucking idiot, Menno Clump?
Still have none of that language, please. Thank you.
Fuck you, Nan.
Fucking idiot.
Hey,
Hey.
we're not going to fucking.
No, we're not. That would be
No
bad. I
nuns were
said fuck
harmed in
it.
the production of this Grand Prix.
No, nuns were harmed.
I don't think it was Grand
What might be harmed is Neptune's ego as Rodrigo Carvalho goes P18.
Wow.
Rodrigo Ego Carvalho.
Damn.
They are so split around this. Stupid.
You know what else is split
Well.
around here? The sectors. They're split into 3 sectors.
Owen Magogi, P21 is raging right now. It's Jack
Mate,
Mayer. Gonna go
And
P2.
P2 going purple in the final sector. Who want
Craig,
to breathe after that?
where's
Matt?
Clont?
Craig
Patterson
Patterson,
up
will
to
he take
P3.
P1? No,
There
he.
goes
Oh no, you might get knocked out again.
Where's clont?
Is currently in P22.
Yeah,
The
but he's-
22nd driver in the second round
Oh, he
of the first session of qualifying. He goes
Oh, he's
P20.
out. He's out.
He is out.
Qualifying session.
If he
No,
wants to
come on,
retain
one more
his
lap.
seat
Jim
next
O'Reilly
season,
starts his lap with
No,
a second to go in the session.
Finish. I switched.
Shut up.
I switched after he finished the lap. That's why it showed like he started the lap.
Don't know.
Oh, and Thomas Hardy
Right.
pushes Rodrigo out of qualifying.
He shoves him.
He shots in.
Top 18 given the right hook to knock out the bottom 6.
Isaac
Oh, yeah, Morris pits. He thinks he's comfortable in P15 there.
Where am
But
I?
you got to say, with everyone behind having finisher laps.
Oh, well, I won't even think. Well, I might as well just give up now because this is not even Q2 worthy.
Oh, McGorgy giving up already as he comes around the final corner. Will he pit?
Yes.
Yes.
A wide line.
Oh, actually, you're not spinning. Oh, wait.
Making sure not to
You're-
cut
That
the
was
end
your
of that.
teammate.
Yeah, you're not getting a meaning. You don't get a spinning
English is the
car
preferred
in your way.
language here. We only speak English here. Thank you, Menno. Matthew Williams comes across the line to take pole. Or fastest in Q1, he does.
Again, carrying that MDR team.
I mean, we're both up there. Where the fuck are you, fat boy?
Fucking,
Not in the team.
Q2.
yeah. I'm in Q2, that's all that matters. I am
Myself.
in the second qualifying session of the second round of the TFP AI Championship.
Hello and welcome to round 2 of the TOP AI Championship. I'm live from Buddh. In case you're like start again. Round 2, the TOP AI Championship. In case you've only just joined us, we're concluding the first session where Matthew Williams tops the timings on a 128.694 ahead of Darius Andre, the round 1 race winner, reigning champion Jack Mag P3. Turns to the championship. So we'll see what else and no one gives a shit about.
You're so
Cool.
fading out.
Yeah, your mic or internet or something is dying.
Thank
That
you.
can make the rest of this round 2 very interesting.
Is it okay?
It is, but it's when you go on your long, rambly bullshit stuff,
Well,
that's where it fades up,
in and
so I can't
eventually
blame
after
it.
a while, it will slowly start to fade itself out when it decides, you know what, round 2 is just not good enough for this.
We're in qualifying 2 of round 2 of TOP AI Championship Season 3.
That means it's the 5th qualifying session of the season. Each qualifying is one step closer to the almighty 46.
Well, that's just bad maths, because there's 48 sessions.
48, well, 46 won't happen. 46 will be the first qualifying session of the final round. Therefore, that's where it's all important.
That is very true.
It is very true. High hopes, as high as his voice crack. Let's go. Right. Matthew Williams
Yeah.
starts his lap. And
Will he take the jump here at the hairpin? No, he decides not to.
I would.
If you get it right, it could gain you time, but you could also
Right.
just end up flying into the grandstands.
Who would ever want to slide into the grandstands? Am I right, lol? Fucking idiots. Anyway,
Moving on. Flying
Anyway.
down this long straight. There is a big old bump on the inside that you do not want to hit, and he doesn't. He'll be a bit dumb to be over there on his quali lap. But you never know. And he is purple sector 1,
Well,
absolutely
the
mental.
The only sector one so far.
Still purple.
Yeah. Still purple, Josh Downer slower, Tom Stevens slower. But it is. Wow, it is half a tenth between those 3. Isaac Morris slower.
Looking good so far then for Matthew Williams
no one
through the
asked.
first 2 sectors. You need to shut up as he heads into the final corner.
I think it's going to be pole.
I think it could well be.
In
It could be the fastest lap time so far in the 5th qualifying session of the season here in round 2 at Buddh.
It is. He goes
And it is.
fastest.
Meanwhile, Josh Downard
Fastest.
is purple sector 2, slightly up overall on the lap. What's it going to be as he crosses the line? Oh, and it goes P2.
Only good enough
Shit,
for
that
P2.
final sector.
And it's not even good enough for P2, it's P3.
Oh,
No,
shut up.
it's fine. Isaac Morris, more like Isaac Boris, P4.
Damn.
Damn
you tell
indeed.
him. Jake Denham P4.
Jake Dean
Carter
goes
McCollman goes purple in sector 1.
P4. Currently watching a blank screen right now. I think we should actually watch a car on track, please.
Sorry,
I apologise for the lack of content on screen right now. We'll be back with some action very shortly. There we go. Back to the pit lane. That's perfect. There we go.
Carter
David-
McCollum.
Sorry, Carter McCall.
You earned it.
Oh fuck.
Absolutely flying.
Yes, the sole Carter racing car at the moment of the relevant championship goes fastest. Good
By
show. Really good
7
drive there by the Carter driver.
tenths.
Oh, Mark's up there. Jumps up there. Clearly, everyone else's first laps was a little bit bad. Speaking of bad, we're on board with Jack Mayer now, coming around
We're
the
not on
penultimate
board with him,
corner.
though, are we? We're actually watching him, and it's
We're
not
watching
that
Jack
bad.
Mayer,
Now we're
on board with him.
reigning champion.
reigning
Not
champion.
a bad lap, to
Yeah.
be fair. He's about 4 tenths down.
It's a
on
weird
Bull.
line into the final corner, though.
Into P3. Will he beat his lesser experienced teammate, who he has more knowledge over of the car? He goes P4. 2 MDRs neck and neck right now. Very solid lineup. There's a much bigger lineup, much better, more adaptable lineup than they've had in the previous seasons. Remember, Mayer really carrying that MDR team last season before they ousted Downard at the end of the year. Talk about a good MDR driver. Hago Poom goes P2.
We'll be back later.
Just like to clear up, Josh Downard decided to leave MDR as he felt it was not right to stay there because the team was not on his side. So he formed his own team, Nova Sim Racing, who are currently P3 ahead of both MDRs.
However, the other driver himself, Josh Arnold, is in P8.
Yeah, but Josh Downard got P4 in the race last time out
But
in
he's got
round
a lot of
one.
luck on his side because he can only get results when he has luck. Because he's
No.
actually shit when it comes to competence. But
Pure
anyway, we
skill.
don't talk about competence. We talk about Q2 here of the second round of the season in season 3 of the TOP Esports Formula AI Championship. Hello, I am Filling Voice Channel, and we bring you live coverage of the second qualifying session of round 2, Buddh Circuit.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yeetus, my meetus.
No, he's chilling
And
voice channel.
stop when I said who I was just then. You'll never guess it when I say I've got bias for the guy in P5 and P6.
Anyway, Shanika
That's right.
Must be 9.
I am Hago Poon.
Oh no.
Jose across the line.
And have Geronimo. The
Goes
GPWC
Paul.
Dream Team Mark 3 goes P1 and
Clutches the last
P5.
sector.
If you was Josh Downard right now, you'll definitely start to get a bit of an itchy asshole as you see yourself drop down the grid closer to that 13th place relegation zone.
There's Craig. Ooh.
I will keep the status of my arsehole private for now, as we watch Craig
For
Benson.
now?
His arsehole,
Through the
arsehole policy
corner.
is closed. That's how he likes
Yep.
it.
Just remember, go to Malta.
Closed.
Yeah. Arse Brexit means Brexit. Anyway, Craig Benson gets out of the final corner and he goes P12. Not a great lap there from him. He'll want to do another one to secure his place in Q3.
He likes
Look
it.
at- look at the-
How he
look at
likes
the
immigration
YouTube-
policy,
look at the YouTube
open to
chat.
all. Yeah.
Big shout out to Mr. Rockler. We do in fact do more stuff than just nutting sister clips. Although that is really the bread and butter of YouTube.
I'm right.
Back qualifying from
Mr. Rock's ass has been itchy. Shimon Fredrick's
Indeed.
ass will also be itchy right now,
And the sister's bread and
as his lap time there was not very good, and you will also have to do another lap to get out
like
of
bread and
Q1
butter.
or Q2.
Am I
We're gonna
right?
advance forward a bit. Just to get some drivers out. And I think it's Josh Downer with GS out on track on his out lap.
They do be zooming.
Starts his lap.
He driving.
This is the part where someone talks. I'm currently typing. I can't carry this on my own.
Why are you typing?
Josh
I do
Downer
be typing.
zoom turns on the straight now.
That is how racetracks work.
Yep.
Now is
Opens
the zoom
DRS.
part. We'll be coming up to the turn part on this long track length Buddh International Circuit. He now turns and zooms.
He do be zooming.
He's zooming. He's zooming. He is.
He's
Ooh,
green
he's
in
very.
Sector 1.
He is only 100th off pole.
He's used up all of his talent in Sector 1 just to bottle it in Sector 2. Sector 2 of this second qualifying session of the season, being round 2 of the championship. This 2+1 season of Formula AI Championship equals season 3, quick maths. Coming into Sector 3 now, concluding Sector 2. Sector 3, the sector to conclude the circuit, which will be host to the second round of the championship. Round 2, the TOP Esports Formula AI Championship. With 2 minutes and 90 seconds to go of this second qualifying session. Brunhurst Geronimo currently leads to McColeman. Hago Poom on track at the moment, but Josh Downer comes across the line and goes P6, jumping both of the Mission Drive Racing Academy cars.
Tom Stevens also
Before being jumped
in.
himself by Tom Stevens of the TomTom team, developed by Tom Ely, the second Tom of the TomToms. Isaac Morris, TOP Esports, not to be confused with TomTom, TOP, Top, TOM, currently P6 and
16.
P16, Tom Ely, not to be confused with Tom Stevens of TomTom. The 2 Toms, 2 rounds currently so far. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go of the championship. Isaac Morris completes the lap, goes P14. Reigning champion Jack Mayer and his teammate, the second MDR, Matthew Williams, goes out on track. Linus Sturm, currently on his outlap, entering Sector 2 of the second round of the championship. That is right, P2 of round 2 of the TOP AI Championship. P2 in the championship, P2 in the qualifying, beg my pardon. Carter McColeman currently goes out on track. Hago Poom on a lap, I believe, in lap. Season 2 champion, Jack Mayer, lining up, but here we are. Hago Poom currently sat P2+1 in P3. Hago Poom comes into Sector 2 to complete Sector 2. 10th up. We are only halfway through Sector 2.
Comes into Sector 2 to complete Sector 2, only halfway through Sector 2.
We all make mistakes, just look at your family, you're here, so shut it. Right, here we are, coming into Sector 3. Hago Poom down in Sector 2, but up in Sector 1.
He made a mistake. He had a.
He did make a mistake.
We saw it live. He had
Sector
a,
3 now. It's not going to be an improvement, I feel.
And just
don't spoil my thunder.
Shut up.
He locks up into the final corner. What an absolute bottle job. Hago Poom crosses the line. It will not be an improvement. My thoughts entirely.
Rock summing it up quite well in the YouTube chat saying, haha, Poom.
Haha, Poom indeed. Anyway, something that isn't to be laughed at is Jake Denaham, because his story is more sad than comedy at this point. Down in P13 in Sector 2 of round 2 of the championship.
A qualifying 2 of this round 2.
Yes, we do indeed. Thank you.
Okay, Danahan
Ron,
will be
actually
improve to get out of this Q2 session of round 2 of the TOP AI
we've
Championship
lost,
Season 3.
Camera pictures right now. We'll be bringing you back content when we have it. I beg pardon for these technical difficulties. Oh, there we are. We're back now. Jake Danahan halfway through his lap. Oh no, he's completing his lap, locking up to the final corner. Fashionable lockup, gets style points, and it takes off about 2/10 of your lap time. It's going to come across the line, and it's going to be a good lap. It's going to drop into the top 10. P11 just misses out by 0.02 of a second to Shanika Clay for P10. Here comes reigning champion Jack Mayer from Season 2 to cross the line. Is he going to make an improvement? It's not a great lap. It puts him in P5, however, just behind Morris Crop and Hago Poom, and P2 Carter McColeman, who we are currently watching now, who's purple in Sector 1 and 2, so it's going to be an easy pole position, provisional pole should I say, bearing in mind we are in Q2, and pole will be set in Q3, but first we have to get Q2 out of the way. We have 2 seconds left, and that's actually, never mind, that is the session done. Carter McColeman currently leading. Matthew Williams, number 2, and he's pitting, he's in P9, will that be safe? I don't know if anyone else...
I hope not, because MDR are bad.
MDR do be bad,
I have to agree.
We're not. Owen McGorgy, who is not even in the session, could not even muster
Yeah, I'm giving you a chance.
He's given us a chance, but here we are. Anyway, Tom Ely pits. I think everyone will pit. That is it.
I think that was a strategic error from the TomTom team there for Tom Ely, because
Definitely.
Tom was going to make it into Q3 with that lap from Tom. So a good lap from Tom, but
I have to
wasted
correct
by
you,
the
'cause
TomTom
obviously
team.
I do have to correct you because Tom did, in fact. Well, you meant as in Tom didn't make it through, but Tom did. Tom actually qualified P7, but it was Tom that didn't. Yeah,
That is true, yes.
Bring in a
I do
P6.
apologise. Tom from TomTom and Tom from DRS did make it through, but Tom from TomTom did not make it through.
Indeed.
Thank you.
What is very interesting to point out is that Darius Andre, the round 1 race winner, has not set a lap time in Q2 of round 2 of the TOP AI Championship. Meaning there will not be 2, but just 1 TCS off car in the top 12 for the Q3 shootout. And one of them will not be Darius Andre.
Yep. And Jose will not finish his lap. So that is the order of Q2 results. We have lost Craig Patterson, Isaac Morris, David Carter, Tommy Lee, Shimon Frelick, and Darius Andre in the process.
They will be sorely missed.
All but one of them.
And
Yep.
we're gonna switch now to Q3. It's the final shootout for pole. And who do you think will take pole in this session?
Well,
It won't be
we've got
Darius Andre.
we've got a poll for the poll going on right now in the YouTube chat. Currently, with 67% of the vote in the poll is not Jack Mayer lol for pole. 17% of the poll is saying Jack Mayer for pole.
I wonder who that 17%
And
is.
another 17% saying reigning champion for pole
Oh,
in the poll.
No, not a race.
0% saying someone else in the poll, but someone
Oh.
else and not Jack Mayer is a very similar vote for the poll. So
This is
it'll be
a-
very interesting to see from now who will take poll.
This is, however, just the 3rd poll of the season, and it will be the first poll if it continues with this this swing. It will be the first poll in which the someone else option is not the majority vote, which is great because it's me.
I'd like to point out that there's only 3 teams that have both drivers in Q3 of round 2.
Tom is not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
indeed.
because
Yeah.
Wise words there.
as we all know, Tom from TomTom did not make it through. However, Tom from TomTom did make it through, which means that TomTom only have one Tom in qualifying 3.
Tom indeed. Anyway, here we are
Inspirational.
with Moritz Trop. Very
Morris Crop.
good, adequate, efficient German boy driving here. Purple in Sector 1. Something I very like about Moritz Krop's name is that his final surname has 2 P's, which I think is quite interesting because it means one of the P's must be a silent P, which one of the PP's is silent. Well, maybe that should be our next poll between the qualifying and the race session. But,
Maybe.
we'll cross that bridge another day. Anyway, Morris Crop comes towards the final corner now, the final braking zone. Purple in Sector 1, purple in Sector 2, probably because no one's set a lap time yet, but hey ho.
No one has said
Got to have some
any other
achievement.
sectors so far.
Well, no one asked, did they, big boy? Anyway, Morris Crop comes across the line to set a 1 minute 29 point purple, so I can't fucking see it. 29.3.
306. You blind bat.
And that is provisional bowl there
literally-
by Morris
Oh,
Crop. Fantastic.
Carter
lap.
McCollum.
Carter McCollum, the only.
Will he be Carter McPole, man?
He could
No.
be
He is
Carter
currently
McCollum.
purple set to 1.
No. And anyway, he comes from the right-hander now to conclude the second sector of this second venue of this championship
Yep.
on this second broadcast.
Oh, it's brilliant.
And in the second sector, Carter McColeman
He
is
gets
purple.
purple. And it's
It
his
is
second purple.
A quarter of a second faster in the middle sector.
It is great stuff. He brakes, locks up, fashionably locks up, beautiful lock up if I may say myself. I saw it from the commentary box myself. He comes past me, crosses the line, and it's pole. It's a 128.745. It's a fantastic man. Oh my god. And P2 teammate comes around the final corner now. It's not going to be pole, but he might displace his teammate. I think he will. It's a good lap there by Joshua Downer.
You're fading
Across
out.
the line, and he goes P2 just narrowly scrapes above his teammate. German. Trying to play. Not really spoken about him this much this season. We've only had one race. However, we have not spoken about him much this season.
You're
It's
so
only been one
fading
race.
out.
However, we've not spoken about him much this season. He comes around towards the final corner now. We haven't spoken about this guy much this season, but he is quick. But we haven't spoken about him much. He comes around now, across the line. Where will he go? Wait, he'll probably go last. Where's he sitting?
We
Slops in.
completely
Your mic.
didn't hear you.
1.5.
Your mic is shit. Come
Yeah.
on.
The Chillin' Voice channel is having technical difficulties right now.
Oh wow, I can make it less difficult
Well,
on the
let's not-
technicalities.
Let's
of...
not have it be less technical. As
This is just how we need
Well-
just like how Grandpa used to commentate 8 bits per second.
Here we are for the TV AI Championship radio show.
If you're
William
just
Benucci
tuning in
comes
on
out.
7569 FM, well, this is it. This is the third qualifying of the second round of the third championship on TOP Esports Formula AI Championship. I am your host, Chillin' Broadcast. You may know me as Yeetus Mometus. But anyway, Tom Stevens of TomTom Racing, I was going to say Tom of TomTom, I beg your pardon, comes across the line now to go P9, P5, here's P5, 7 tenths off of Coleman, you'd love to see it.
Don't you steal my joke.
Reigning champion, Jack Mayer. 2 tenths down in Sector 1, this is just a tighter lap, clearly.
In Q3.
Clearly in Q3 setting a sighter lap. How is his second sector going to compare to everyone else's? 4 tenths down, that's good, that's a really good sector 2 time. This currently puts him in the top 10, which is consistent considering he did not get this far last round. It was Q2 of round 1. There he comes in the final corner, across the line. It's going to be in the 1 minute 20s. It's a 29.7. It almost wasn't in the 1 minute 20s. Either way, he gets P7. Great lap there by Race Champion.
Your mic is so tragic.
And so's your lap times, but here we are, we've got to make do with what we've got. And anyway, still watching the reigning champion. Not anymore, Tom Stevens of TomTom.
Own Tom of TomTom, as the other Tom of TomTom
5 tenths down.
went out in
Heels
Q2.
into the pit lane here. Can we fast forward to 3 minutes left? Because, quite frankly, I've not got enough willpower to get through this session in real time.
Alright.
I don't think anyone has.
Oh, I don't think your mic has.
Yep. Hi go.
Hygo boom zooms into P8. Just behind reigning champion Jack Mayer. Matthew Williams, reigning champion's teammate, starts his lap now. So does Jake Denham. Matthew Williams, green sector 1. Green sector 2.
It's a
And he
green
goes
sector 3,
P3.
let's see, it's P3 ahead of Josh Downard. Fuck that bitch. Anyway, P3 for Matthew Williams.
Jaden P9.
Jake Deanhan goes P9 ahead of Hago Pom.
That is nearly 2.5 minutes left in qualifying. And I'm looking for someone who's improving. No one's set Sector 1's lap times so far. No one's improving.
Thank you for putting it so eloquently there, Mr. Cameraman. As Josh Downard goes purple sector 1,
Oh god.
he says bye to the rest of the grid. As he comes through into sector 2 of the second round qualifying session here in Q3. The 6th qualifying session of the season. Josh Downard will be exiting sector 2 now, and he's purple again. That is the
Again?
second purple sector of this lap in round 2 qualifying session. Comes out of the penultimate corner into the final corner, because that normally comes after the penultimate one. He exits the final corner. He
Welcome
zooms
to round 2
down the
of the
start finish
TP
straight.
Esports Formula AI Championship. We are coming into the final stage
And Josh
of
Downard
the
goes pole
Q3 session. Josh
by 2 tenths
Downard
over
is in
Carter
pole position,
Not
2
Poleman.
tenths over Carter Coleman. Will Panisi currently P3. I'm not sure if it's on his lap, but Carter Coleman P2 is on the lap. Is 2 seconds down in sector 1. This will not be an improvement. Over to you, Josh.
It will not be an improvement.
Thank you for that. Matthew Williams is down in sector 1 and 2 of his final run here. Over to you, Yeetus.
Shit, I wasn't watching, sorry. Anyway, we are back on board with Jose Quinhas-Geronimo.
I have to butt in there and say that we are not on board with Jose Quinhas-Geronimo.
We are on board with the cameraman currently watching Jose Quinhas-Geronimo from the outside of the cockpit.
Why?
We go into the cockpit now because the cameraman likes me and will the onboard button any moment. There we go. There it is. Aiming for the apex, opposite lock on the exit. Under the sinews breaking.
But now we need helmet cam.
Helmet camera coming in. Let's get right into the eyeballs of this guy. Come on, let's get into his eye sockets. The eye sockets.
Currently having a seizure as he goes through the final corner. Jose getting blinded by the camera. And he crosses the line.
Crosses the line.
Goes P10.
P10. It's not great.
As William Panisi just jumped up to P4. No. Okay, well,
Morris Crop
I'm blind.
third fastest, making it a Nova 1-3 right now, split by Mike Carter McColeman. I don't know who Mike is. I don't think there's a Mike on the grid. But anyway, he's there watching today in the grandstand. Mike. Shanika Clay now. Currently,
Speaking of mics, Yeetus, my mate's mic is dying as Shanika Clay, he's gonna pit. He was probably going to improve that on that lap, but we won't see it. He's going to finish P12 in this session as Tom from TomTom goes into the penultimate corner. He's green set to 1 and 2, currently improving on his lap time. Will he be able to jump up the order at all, or will he also pit? He does, just like the other Tom of TomTom.
Okay, I believe we're back now, stable, strong, and ready
for
for
now. Very loud. Some would argue too loud. As I get deafened for a second there.
He's alright.
Yeah, reigning champion Jack Mayer. Concluding Sector 2 now in Q3. Q6 of the season round 2. Hello and welcome to TOP Esports Formula A Championship. If you're just tuning in now, we are checkered flag. Joshua Downard currently on pole. Reigning champion P8 coming into the pit lane now. Not improve. The only person that can improve, I believe, now. Quinhas-Geronimo, no, he's completed. Jack Mayer is out and he's just came into the pit lane and that is it. Josh Downard takes his first pole position of the championship, of the season, of the year, and of his life.
And it's a 1-3 for
well,
Sim Racing.
Pole position, Josh Downard. How do you feel about that lap?
It doesn't mean anything, but a single point, which is good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be honest, I kind of need a shit, but I need to watch the start. And I need to drive. I need to drive.
We can live without you anyway. We'll line up on the grid now. 10 lights, 9 lights, 8 lights, 7 lights, 6 lights, 5 lights, 4 lights, 3 lights, 2 lights, 1 light, and the lights proceed to go out.
Any moment now.
We are
lights out.
racists! And it's a great start from Carter McColeman, taking it from the poleman, Josh Downard. We're only seeing the top 12. No one else matters.
Yep.
Over to you, Joshua Downard.
Why is it not...
Well, William Panisi also jumped Moritz Krop there in P4.
Oh. There's an incident. Back down the order. Morris Krop, who started P3, is now down into P9. That is a terrible start from the German boy, as reigning champion likes to call him. I think we need to see a replay of that. Dropped down to P4 behind Will Panisi on the start. Try. Oh, and it's. I think it's Thomas Stevens. Just sends it down the inside. Does not work, and just they clatter into each other, and they just block, and they couldn't go any faster. Back to the live pictures, and there's a send from an NDR. It's the reigning champion Jack Mayer making a move on Morris Krop. Did everyone just die?
Technically in P11.
Right
Behind Moritz Krop.
I deafened myself.
The cameraman doing clever things there. but he has rejoined.
Hello and welcome back to TOP Esports Formula AI Championship Season 3, Round 2, Race 2.
Oh.
We have some people on the grass. They're eating us. And anyway, up in front is Carter, Nicole Mann.
Artar.
Being chased down by Josh Downard, who gets overtaken by William Bombisi. Great move there by the Italian. Thomas Harvey now next in line to overtake Joshua Downard. And I need to stop because I need to get something to eat.
You want?
So I'm hungry. But
Well, very professional commentary there by his meters. As Moritz Krop is just absolutely dropping like a stone in this race, but he's going to defend his position there from Craig Patterson. He says bye to him as they head down the straight. Will he get the slipstream from Shannon Cockay to help him defend? As Carter McColeman, after taking the lead away from the pole man there, who was having a ding-dong there with Thomas Harvey into the hairpin. Thomas Harvey makes his way through. Josh Downard down to P4 from pole. So we've got the Frederick's racing car coming together.
Oh my god, that
with
idol.
Dano Sondre.
Looking back at the stream, that did not look fun into the hairpin there.
No, it was not. As I go side by side here in the middle sector,
And I think
the
it's
second
starting to
sector
rain.
here,
I think
the
it's
second
starting
round.
to rain now. Oh, there's a spinner.
Oh, and there's contact. That's Rodrigo Carvalho round.
Get in there. It was planned contact, however.
Josh
I'm
Downard
battling with Tom Ely.
dropping back. Something has happened to the Nova Sim Racing cars, as there's Jack Mayer setting it, the reigning champion, trying to take the position away from Tom Stevens, and he does so. And Matthew Williams trying to take away the position from Jose Quinhas Geronimo, and he does that. MDR cars just going up the order. Meanwhile, Will Panisi is very close to the lead. Did I deafen myself again? No.
Oh.
There he goes. I think he will have DRS this time. And he does. It's open.
The flap is open on William Panisi's car. There is a yellow, but for now we'll watch William Panisi overtaken to take the lead. Will Carter McCollum come back at him? No, he can't.
That's Matthew Williams.
And Josh Downard being overtaken again by Matthew Williams. The team that he left, Matthew Williams, the person who replaced him there. And he has made the move stick. Meanwhile, Moritz Krop, will he be able to hold it around the outside of Shannon Clay here? At the left-hander. Yes, he does.
No big dramas in the midfield so far. Only Rodrigo spinning on the first or second lap. I don't remember anymore. Too irrelevant.
Yeah, no big losses in this race so far then. As the top three seem to be pulling away here from the rest of the grid, absolutely dominating right now. William Panisi, will they pit? So far, Carter McColeman and Thomas Harvey both pit. William Panisi stays out. As Matthew Williams pits and Josh Downard and Jack Mayer also stay out. The reigning champion, of course, Jack Mayer.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see what the strategies are now. Will these people pitting out be on the 3-stop and the rest of the grid on the 2-stop? Or will it just be a mess when the rain comes down? And will they just figure it out as they go along?
It's dries, and Thomas Harvey has jumped Carter McColeman as we go back to the straight. Jack Mayer is still in DRS, but says he's 1.3 behind. Something must have happened to into the hairpin, because he is too far away to make a move. Meanwhile, David Carter making a move on Morris Krop down the inside. Good move. Anyone moves down the order? No. There's Carter McColeman.
He's made his way back through on Thomas Harvey there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
After being jumped in the pits.
I think we need a replay of that.
I think we do.
Oh!
I'm going to see here. Oh, Thomas Harvey. He jumped Carter McColeman, but then he absolutely bottled it at turn 1, X'd in the pit lane. That is not what you like to see. And then he just slowed down to let Carter through there.
Interesting.
Maybe it was a tactical play to try and get the DRS, pull the DRS car, but it doesn't seem to have worked at the moment, as he is still behind Carter McColeman. And them holding each other up may have allowed William Panisi to get the overcut here, as he obviously stayed out when the others pit. But we'll expect to see these front runners in the pits now this lap.
And Josh Downer has caught up massively on William Panisi.
Maybe he was just saving his tyres at the earlier part of the stint, as they do all go into the pits. Oh, but David Carter, Moritz Kropp, and the rest. Interesting to see now then where Carter McColeman and Thomas Harvey come out. Will the fresh tyres have given them a massive undercut? That is what we see quite often here.
Oh, and
It's
Moritz.
a good stop.
Oh.
Moritz Kropp has jumped him. Josh Downer's being held by the entire train of cars here. It's an awful stop there. William Panisi has managed to jump out, but Josh Downer is still in the pits. The reigning champion has managed to pass him. And Carter McColeman, look at the lead he's got there compared to William Panisi, who pit just one lap later. And it's all bunched up a lot of turmoil there with cars coming through that hadn't pit. So then Carter McColeman retains his lead. William Panisi down in P9, 21 seconds away from the leader. So you've got to say the strategy for Carter working at the moment.
We have David Carter closing in with DRS. He's gonna go for the pass. Well, there's contact into the braking zone. David Carter nearly loses the car as Darius Andre is looking to pass William Panisi. And I don't know how they lost 20 seconds in the pit lane there. They only overcut by one lap. Something must have happened in the pits, in my opinion.
Well, I think we saw the thing that happened, which was the entire train blocking them in.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, Yetis Mamitas wouldn't know that because he wasn't here. He was
Moritz
busy
Kropp.
getting food. The fat fuck. Moritz Kropp has dropped down to P23.
Bear in mind, let's have a look. I am.
He's on the wet tyres.
We need a replay of what happened to Moritz Kropp. That is he was the first one to come out. Oh wait, he was the one being held up.
Oh.
For one sec, I was
I'm
just
afraid
down.
I got the Novas the wrong way around there. Josh Downer was the one that jumped out ahead. Moritz Kropp being held up by everyone.
And pitting for the wets, which is a questionable strategy, if you ask me. There he is, and the leaders are pitting. They are in with 11 minutes to go. That is an early pit stop. Tom Stevens already in the box. He's going. He's on the wets. As I think everyone's pitting. No. Oh, Rikogi already on the wets. There's someone on the inters. It's Tom Ely. And now we see Sandeep Singh on the inters defending from Haigo Pum on the dries. Going to be interesting to see which tire is better. Well, there is no battle for the lead. Haigo Pum doesn't go for the move on Sandeep. As there is actually Jose might try to send it on Owen, he doesn't. And there's Marco and Menno side by side, and Menno takes the position. Still out of the points though. You know, there's the top three, they're really close to each other. It is 10 minutes to go. Will they choose to pit, or will they stick to the two-stop strategy?
Well, you have to say the rain hasn't come down too heavily. The dry tyres still seem to be working quite well. But that doesn't mean anything here, because they could just pick and choose what they like. The top four all coming into the pit lane here.
And there's Carter
Those guys
McCollum.
behind Coleman does stay out.
Tom Stevens is in. Oh, and Magogi also in.
Ah,
There's Wulpanisi.
What they're going on to is the wets for Josh Downard and also, I believe, for William Panisi there.
And there's David Carter, who I think has jumped Jack Mayer in the pits. And Wulpanisi, there's contact into turn 1. As there's a yellow in sector 1. I am confused as to who that is. Yeah, I don't know who that was, but there's Andre. Looks like he can make a move on Shanika Clay. Actually, Shanika has DRS from William Panisi. There will be no moves into the end of the straight. Meanwhile, Sandeep Singh goes for the move. So does Josh Downard, who's down in P14.
There's a tactical drop down the order there.
As
He's going to fight his way through and still win it.
two different strategies from MDR drivers, you can see. We'll have to see which one pays off more, as we have Matthew Williams.
Historically, I could give you a good idea as to which one is the more viable option out of the two drivers.
Alright.
Yeah, Iranian champion Jack Mayer is not known for his good choices in the wet conditions as to what tyres he should pick. Famously leading to his teammate getting a P6 where Jack Mayer couldn't score any points.
Right, and there's just no need to bring that up now, is there? Anyway.
I think there is. I think it's important historical data.
On a corner stays out, will inherit P2 in the championship behind. No, he will maintain the lead of the race now. He is currently leading ahead of Will Pompini in P2 and Sandeep Singh, the friendly,
As there's Carter McCollum, he's really close.
in P4 for Team GB.
Important to remember this is Sandeep Singh's home race for Team GB here at the Buddh International Circuit.
It stopped raining.
It has indeed stopped raining.
are you trying to be funny?
And
What the heck?
Josh Downard gets a poor exit out of the hairpin. Meanwhile, somehow Hagopum still has DRS, and there it goes Carter McCollum. He looks to send it down the inside, and he does. Easy pass up to P6.
I think we need to investigate the cheating Neptune team there for being able to use DRS when there was no cars in front of him.
Matthew Williams.
Meanwhile, Matthew Williams sends it on Owen McGorgy,
Fucking rig.
makes the move easily.
I would
We're
like to remind
on his
all
recovery drive.
commentators to keep their language to a
This is
PG.
fucking rigged.
And there goes the Made for Kids tag on the stream.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we were doing so well of keeping that so far.
We were doing so well. We probably only insulted about 3 groups up to this point.
gay
Yeah.
people, Indians,
Gay Indians.
gay
Gay
Indians.
Indians, yeah, don't miss them.
I just assume
Yeah.
black people.
Probably. What?
Well,
You shouldn't
probably by
assume-
saying that right now, you have.
You shouldn't assume their ethnicity. Well, keep out of it.
There goes
Anyway.
Carter McCollum. He continues on.
Joshua Downard enters the pit lane.
Jack Mayer, they're going about 2 mile an hour.
Reigning champion about to get
Slow and
absolutely
steady.
fucked by the pit lane orientation once again.
Sandeep
Comes out
Singh
behind
almost
him.
turning in on clean air there.
You'd love to see it.
Meanwhile, importantly, in the poll in the YouTube chat, which P and crop is the silent one. P is currently leading with 60% of the vote over P, which only has 40% of the vote
What?
after 5 votes have been counted.
It will be the second poll in Formula AI Championship history to have a winning vote which was not someone else in the options.
Let's go.
Of course, with the poll, the first poll for round 2 here, having not Jack Mayer winning. Currently, P is winning, as mentioned.
As there's no action on the track, which is concerning. But
The
there's
racing proven not to be quite as close as at Imola. However, it has been quite interesting with strategies. As we've got the two Team GB cars in formation here. In a TTS off sandwich, Sandy Singh sends it there on his teammate. Not quite able to pull it off. Meanwhile,
He
further back.
turned left about 20 times in that single radius corner.
Yeah, turn left to go right. It was a famous strategy and clearly working very well there. As Carter McColeman, the leader, pits. Thomas Larby,
joins in the Mission Drive Racing Team. And yes, reigning champion Jack Mayer stays out.
Meanwhile, had a brief yellow flag there in Sector 3.
I am confused who that was. I'm gonna try find out.
Someone must have made a small mistake. But clearly they have got going again. We haven't seen any big incidents.
Oh,
unlike
I think I spun.
Oh,
McGorgy there. Oh, no, it was a GPV car.
it
No,
will
but
That was William Panisi.
Just a bit after this.
Great slow-mo shot there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
really beautiful. Meanwhile, I think we need to check out what Owen McGorgy was doing at this time.
Alright, I'm on
As
it.
potentially, he was the one spinning.
I'll probably just entered the pits, but
He probably just entered the pits. We're hearing from a...
Owen McGorgy did not enter the pits.
He did
why
not
did
enter
I
the-
But he
lose
also
time then?
did not spin.
What?
He was just a bad driver.
was
That's
slow.
all it is.
I'm slow.
He was
He is
simply
slow.
slow.
Jack Mayer currently in the lead of the race.
We don't know that. We can now get there the official confirmation. Jack Mayer leading Sandeep Singh to Hago Poom. Will Panisi. Carter McColeman, the former poleman of Black One, comes out in P6 ahead of Mello. Who the fuck is Mello? Marco Shimon Frelick. Oh, I fucked that sentence. But anyway, here comes Jack Mayer to take the lead from the lead. And good move there by Jack Mayer, taking
Yeah.
P1.
Bit odd for him to choose
seconds
to
to
defend
P2.
from clean air there, but he does keep the lead.
Whoa.
Fantastic overtaking manoeuvre there to show his dominance on P2 Sandeep Singh. That is a very harsh defensive line there by, I believe that is, who is that? That is a lap down car that is taken out Matthew Williams on his Craig Patterson.
You're an idiot.
He do be an idiot though. Craig Patterson, is he going to send it around the outside? No, back off wisely. Craig Patterson, you know, we don't speak about him that much, but he's like a wise owl in the grid. He's got great big
No, he's
beady
not.
eyes.
He spun about 5 times last race.
Yeah, but he spins because his head
did it very
turns
wisely.
and hits 60 degrees, so he can spin like that. He's an owl coming out. Yeah. P13 is all he can muster.
Okay, well, speaking of coming out, Hygo Boom comes out of the slipstream of Sandeep Singh and sends it up the inside at the final corner and takes that position away from him. P2 now for Hygo Boom.
Reigning champion Jack Mayer currently leading. 2 minutes to go. I don't think there's going to be any more pit stops, and he's pulling away from everyone. He currently has a 7-second lead over. Oh no.
Well, Hygo Boom closed in by about a second there in the first 2 sectors, and now because of the fantastic live timing here, it is now extending again.
Everybody is on the wet tyres, which die out in the first sector of their outlap, pretty much. Considering they have already done 4 sectors, and 5 sectors for some, and 6 sectors for other, and 7 sectors for special people in the grid. They are definitely dead at this point. But what is important is there is no car between first place man Jack Mayer and second place man Hagen Boom. And that no car is definitely going to slow him up a little. Can reigning champion Jack Mayer of Mission Drive Racing Team pull off the unthinkable and take a win? That's it, just take a win. That's, you know, no one thought it would happen. It probably won't, but imagine if it does. That's something. Anyway, here we are watching a visible camera sailing to the back of Jack Mayer, closing in. It's just the concertina effect of the bungee cord on the 360 camera we see back there. The MBR car, the MBRA car.
Hello and welcome to round 2.
Hello and welcome to round 2 of the
CFP
CFP
AI Championship. We're heading on to the final lap now with reigning champion Jack Mayer leading round 2 here at the Buddh International Circuit. It has a long circuit length, so he's got a while to go here on the final lap, but he's currently leading. He may be leaving as well, but he is leading with a 4-second gap to P2 Hygo Poom. You can see him there in the background, just exiting the hairpin. As we're looking back from the back of Jack Mayer's car, there seems to be a bit of interference down the straight there. We couldn't quite see Hygo Poom for a second. And Jack Mayer, he stays in the lead. Still in the lead here on the final lap. Oh, William Panisi passes Carter McColeman there, potentially at the hairpin to take P4. Yes, he does. Carter McColeman, will he keep his nose up? No, he doesn't there. He lets William Panisi through. Josh Downard was the pole man, currently in P9. And over some racing cars having a bad first lap and then a bad strategy throughout the race.
We see Mayer, dominant drive by Mayer, leading this race the final 4 rounds. He's only got a few more corners to go to take the lead of the second round of the 3rd season of TFP AI Championship. Rumour has it he might send it down the inside just to show his dominance. Please.
Oh.
It's gonna happen. He's gonna come around the final corner, and here comes reigning champion Jack Mayer to win the first race of his season, second round of the.
He wins in season 2. He wins in India. Oh, there was a move at the final corner. Carter McColeman making his way back up into P4 ahead of William Panisi. Josh Downard, I mistakenly said he was P9. He's actually P8 there across the line. The timing tower having a bit of a mistake there. Everyone seems to be shuffled down a place. But Jose
I can't
Quintas
say I
Geronimo.
agree with that decision. Mayer seems to have been demoted. The entire grid has been demoted 1 place down, with maximum points not being awarded on this occasion. I can't say I agree, but there's your controversial results there. Jack Mayer finished in P2 ahead of Hygo Poom P3, and he's in P4, rounding out the podium. Carter McColeman finished 5th after starting on the front row, ahead of Will Panisi in 6th, Simon Felix 7th, Thomas Harvey 8th, poleman Josh Downard only being able to come across the line P9, and Rodrigo Carvalho rounding out the 9 finishes in the top 10.
And another controversial result here. It turns out the public have voted that P in crop is the silent one and not P. So that could prove controversial. 40% of the people did not agree with that result. However, that is what the majority voted for. Unfortunately, we cannot speak to Crop to find out his own opinion on it.
However, I'm sure if he was here today, his reaction would be something along the lines of, "Oh dear, oh dear."
Oh dear, indeed.
P11 with McGorgy in P12,
in there.
Isaac Morris and Morris Crop rounding out the top 15 places of the 14 finishers. Jose Quintas Geronimo, season 1 champion, just 16th, missing out on the points. Menacron P17, Berlich 18th. What?
Michael Teichmann won the first season.
One of the winners from season 1, Jose Quintas Geronimo. Marcus Berlich, P18, Andre 19th, and Tom Stevens, P20, and has...
Menacron out of the points, but he did get the fastest lap point. Very important there. Unfortunately, Tom from TomTom couldn't manage that, either here or in Bahrain. And he finished last today in India, and did not get the fastest lap point either.
Local man Shanika Clay finishes P21, ahead of Jake Deanhan, George Whitehouse, and Tom Ely for TomTom. The second Toms of the TomToms. P24 at round 2 of the TOP Esports Formula AI Championship by TOP Esports, courtesy of Everyone's a Sausage, MDR, and the Chilling Voice Channel.
It's not you've been saying it all wrong. It's not chilling.
Esports, shut the fuck up channel production. See us in 10 minutes for round 3.
Whoa.
Well, no, hold on.
It will take 10 minutes to load up the next video.
No.
I think the stewards have decided that round 3 has had to be postponed. Unfortunately,
At least
the flight to
20
the next
hours.
track take more than 10
If you're
minutes.
watching the next race, and you'll probably be watching the next race in 10 minutes time.
They
Because,
won't,
you know, you'll
because
load
it
up the
won't
next
happen.
video,
The stewards'
you'll load up the next
decision
video,
is
and then you'll skip
final.
through qualifying, and 10 minutes later you're at the race. That's what I mean. Anyway,
Well, unfortunately, the flights from India to South Africa take longer than 10 minutes, so they've had to postpone. They could not foresee this happening. I think there's been some delays at the airport.
I'm just trying to break the fourth wall here. You know,
I
We've
think you
actually
should just
been-
shut up.
We've been stuck in India for the past hour and a half, and it doesn't look like we're getting out due to the COVID situation.
no, the airport's going to look like the pit lane as we see it right now. Just
Right.
line astern, everyone's stopping for no particular reason, having a go at
Wait,
each other.
wait, oh my god, is that a bomb?
Whoa.
Good night, everyone.
It's pissing it down, pissing it down, pissing it down. It's pissing it down, pissing it down, pissing it down. In Hockenheim.